Let's have a party. All that I remember. Let's have a party.
33 Virtuous Minds of the Goddess of Fortune. Lesson 9. Attentiveness. Share Lesson 8. How did you feel after working on the work, knowing your anger points? And the last thing, calmness. If you know when you get irritated, you will be able to control it. When calmness comes from you, many of you may have changed your relationships with people around you. What is attentiveness? Attentiveness to act with consideration for the position and situation of others, wondering what you can do to make them happy. It can also be called consideration and care. In order to be attentive, it is very important to predict the future, to imagine what will happen in the future and be ready to offer according to the situation. People who can predict the future are more likely to become group leaders. They have a deep understanding of others, the situation, read the atmosphere, and move before receiving instructions. They are able to be objective about things and have the ability to step back and see the big picture. Conversely, people who are not able to predict the future are more likely to be seen as incapable of judging a situation. Without predicting the future, they focus only the present moment. So even if they do well only in that moment, they will not be able to get into the next flow of events and will not mesh with those around them. I believe that only about 1 in 10 people can predict the future, and it is rare to find only people who can predict the future in one community. People who can predict the future gather around those who cannot. They learn to be attentive to the future shown by the leaders in the community as they work together, and when they grow into the next leader, they pass on what they have learned to the next. By seeing the future, they can create a plan of action and lead everyone into the future, which is why they are appointed as leaders. If you want to be a leader, or if you want to develop a job in which you are the central figure, then learn to predict the future and master attentiveness. However, not everyone needs to be a leader. Many people who cannot read the air have a strong artist temperament and can make the most of the individuality. This is not to say that understanding the situation instantly is a bad thing, but that is why many of us are able to contribute to the world with our individuality. Many unique actors and actresses are good at focusing on what they are doing so they can get into a role and play it well. The important thing is to understand your own nature and be in a position to make the most of it. By understanding yourself well, you will be able to understand others and, as a result, see what they want. Attentiveness can be achieved by gaining a solid insight into yourself and the present moment and up until now. Work. Become predictable. Step 1. Let's take a moment to scratch out the troubles that have occurred during the day. Example: I burned my toast, I left my umbrella on the train, I had a conflict with the schedule, etc. Write down small troubles as well. Write down anything you think you failed to do, no matter how big or small. Step 2. Circle the things you could have predicted or foreseen in response to the troubles in step 1. For example, if you have left a cup on the edge of the desk and it caught someone's clothes or body, if not your own, and spilled, when the person who spilled apologizes rather than responding, don't worry about it. If you had not placed the cup there in the first place, no trouble would have occurred, and both parties would have been pleasantly surprised. Attentiveness is also kindness. Press pause to do the work. Press play when work is finished. Summary: attentiveness has a very wide range. Helping someone or being careful not to cause trouble is one type of attentiveness. Attentiveness can be learned through training. If you do the work for a week, you will learn your habits. Trouble occurs in places where you are not aware. Spend time being aware of various places and events. Observe carefully. Your attentiveness will increase the space around you where you can spend time safely and comfortably. The next issue will be joy.
Let's have a party.